Hello everyone, welcome back to We Flip Cars. Today we are cleaning our two Range Rover Evoques that we've just bought from our main dealer network that we need to get ready for retail. Chris is hard at work behind me, hoovering that one, but he's got the easy job today. I pulled the short straw and I'll show you why in just a sec. 2016 Range Rover Evoque, done 82,000 miles. As you can see, Chris hard at work hoovering. Got in nice and early this morning to make sure we can get these two cars prepped and ready so that we can get them advertised on Auto Trader ASAP and get them sold. But there's quite a bit of prep what needs doing on both of them. A bit of bush rash down the side of each car, so we've got Paul the painter coming in tomorrow to give the cars a mop. But first we need to make sure that we get all the interiors nice and clean. As you can see, Chris has got the easy job, mate, ain't you, today?
I have. Nice and clean, this one.
So he's getting on with that. Let's have a quick look at my job. Now, what do we think? Do you reckon a dog's been in here at some point? I'm really looking forward to cleaning that today. That's what sprung me out of bed this morning, the thought of cleaning these dog hairs out of this boot. It's just my dream. So, I picked this car up from Ipswich earlier on this week and I'll show you the journey.
One thing I do love about coming to a top main dealer like Audi is the customer service. Absolutely spot on every time. Lovely R8 sitting next to me. 48 grand. 45 grand. Wonder what year that is. I'm going to guess that's a 2012 for that sort of money. But I will ask and find out. See how good my judgment is on these sort of supercars. It's 2008. Weren't far off, about 4 years. Lovely car, but here we are. It's what we've come to collect. This is the reason we're in Ipswich. To come and buy a Range Rover Evoque.
So our 2015 silver Range Rover Evoque was actually bought through our main dealer network on dealer auction, and I'm just going to show you how their platform works. This is what we see when we're bidding on the car, so it gives you all the information on the vehicle and it shows you the bidding process. We won this car for £6,716. You can arrange a delivery via MoveX. It shows you, there's a chart there which shows you any damage on the vehicle, gives you a real detailed description of every car, and then it shows you the service history, when it was, what mileage it had, who done the service, etc. So as we scroll down, we get an Auto Trader retail rating and the Auto Trader retail valuation, and then popping down the location details, and you can get the delivery sorted there as well. So we love to use dealer auction because they're very in depth on their descriptions. They give you all the details of any chips, any scuffs, anything like that. So we've bought from them for years. We really enjoy buying from them. The only pain is collecting because the main dealers are up and down the country. So we don't tend to go to many auctions. We used to use Aston Barclay a lot. We used to use BCA, but we tend to find that the vehicles there aren't in as well condition as what we get from dealer auction. So we're going to head off to G3 next week. So there's a new auction house in Bedford. It's G3 Auctions. And we're going to possibly go up there next week, do another video. So make sure you watch out for that video. We're excited to go back to live auctions, and sorry about that, inquiries coming through thick and fast. Let's get outside and have a look what we've bought. Now it was a rather windy day in Ipswich and I didn't have the mic, so I decided I would wait till I got back, and then we got caught up with loads of work. So now I'm going to do a little walk around of this one we're going to go on to the other Range Rover Evoque in a minute, but let's concentrate on this silver one for a moment. It's a 2015 Range Rover Evoque, done just done over 100,000 miles. It has got near enough full service history, so it's been very well maintained every year. And it is the top spec as well. So it's got the pano roof, heated seats obviously, full leather. It's got these lovely alloy wheels and pretty much new tyres all round, but they're 20 inches, them alloys. They look really nice. Obviously the black pack, everything's been de-chromed. With the black alloys, it looks really nice. So it is really dirty. I'm going to have a real job cleaning this today, but the condition, the drive, everything like that, the engine seems healthy, the gearbox drive really well, and I'm really pleased with it. It drove back from Ipswich absolutely perfectly. As you can see there, nice pano roof, but it is just grubby in here. So even in the back, you can see on the windows, it looks like slobber marks from a dog. And all the hairs have gone up into the roof liner. There's dog hairs everywhere. There's mud, grime. So I'm going to be hard at work today giving this one a clean. But the end result tomorrow, once Paul's been here and given it a good mop for us, because it's got a little bit of bush rash, this one, not as much as the blue one, but a few little scratches there that I'm hoping a mop should get out. Along the bonnet, I'm thinking give this car a full makeover with a mop, and hopefully it'll bring it up looking brand new, especially after I've given it a deep valet today. Just little things like even the wing mirror covers, it could just do with a good mop, couldn't it? All the way around, some bush rash there. I just want to make sure we get these two cars looking absolutely spot on once, so that we're not putting them up on Auto Trader until they're 100% ready. So yeah, busy at work on this one today. And then we've got Chris in here on our 2016 Range Rover Evoque with 82,000 miles. It is a manual, but it is mint. It is in, yeah, the previous owners have obviously really looked after it because it is so clean. It does have a bit of bush rash down the side of the car, as you can see just here. So that's why we've got Paul the painter coming in tomorrow. Along the door you can see, but they're not deep scratches, not deep at all. So we will definitely get away with, but they just look really bad on this colour. I think this colour brings them bush rashes out really prominently, so that it looks pretty bad. But in reality, after a mop and a polish, I think that this car's going to pop. So it's going to be worth getting Paul in tomorrow to get all that sorted. So yeah, nice and busy. Today's valeting day. And then let's see how we get on the rest of the week.
Liam gave up on that one. We brought it down to the professionals. Those dog hairs, bit too much for us, but these boys, they will definitely sort it out. Key Street Hand Car Wash, they are the boys. We bring them down here for a £20 mini valet. I think that one will want a bit more than that. They'll probably charge us 100, maybe 120 quid, but that will be money well spent.
Okay, so I hold my hands up. That was too big of a job for me. I'm not standing there hoovering that car for hours and hours and hours. I'm not a professional valeter. I'm a car dealer.
Didn't fancy it, mate, did you?
No, I really didn't. I got started, I got stuck in, and then just too much.
Yeah, pretty savage, those dog hairs. Let's leave it to the professionals. They will make a lovely job of that.
Yeah, they really will. So what else are we up to, mate? What are we doing now?
We're heading back now to meet Paul. So he's coming in to mop and polish the blue one for us. Yep. He should be there by now. If he's not, we're going to dock his wages.
I might sack him, actually.
Yeah, we could do.
We're just around the corner, so we'll soon find out. We love Paul, really. Of course not. He's a legend. Yeah, so he's going to do the Range Rover Evoque, the blue one, for us today. Give it a good mop. Make it look spanking. By the end of the day, that one, we'll go and give that a £20 valet. And then we'll pick up the other Range Rover Evoque that's getting a full valet. And we'll get them back, get them photoed, get them advertised, and get them on Auto Trader so that we can get them sold.
Yeah, let's get them both advertised and sold. We're actually in my own family car, so we've got an Evoque as our family car. We've had it about 5 years. Haven't had any problems with it. We've only done general maintenance, oil change, tyres. I think this one's covered 126,000 miles, so they are good for the miles. And
so how long ago did you buy this?
We've had this 5 years.
And how much did you pay for it 5 years ago?
This
do you remember?
we bought it trade, it was 11,250, okay. But we've definitely had our money's worth out of it. Been all over in this.
How many miles did it have when you bought it?
I think it was on 80.
So you've done 45 odd thousand miles?
Yeah, 45, 50,000 miles in it. Just really good cars, really well built. I mean, we love it. They've got the full leather, they've got the sat nav, they're just well built, no creaks.
They feel luxury, don't they? For a fraction of the price of what you'd pay for a Range Rover Sport, or a Discovery Sport, they're just, they're more of a bargain, aren't they? They feel like value, don't they?
They do. You're still getting that prestige of the Land Rover brand.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
They've definitely levelled out now. So there was a time when they dipped. There was a lot of scaremongering going around with the insurance.
Yeah, there was.
The Jaguar and Land Rover brand in general, they were getting stolen, weren't they, with the keyless entry? But I think that's all stopped now. It's levelled out. And
during COVID, that's when it was its worst, weren't it? And no one could, even coming out the back end of COVID, no one could seem to get insured on them. So the values just plummeted because no one wanted them. They couldn't get insured.
But now is a good time to buy them because they've levelled out again, and what you get for the money. So that silver one we've just dropped off, we'll be retailing that at what, 9,995?
Yeah, so value, isn't it? Automatic, top spec, pano roof like this one, and for less than 10 grand, it's a real luxury, proper car for under 10k budget. For someone who's looking for a car, and it's really good value in my opinion. So we need to get them back. What's the blue one going up for?
So the blue one, that's a manual, so they don't generally command as much money. That'd be 9,495. Slightly newer, slightly less miles, probably not as desirable because it's a manual, but
there's still value in it. Like to be able to have a 2016 Range Rover Evoque with 82,000 miles for under 10 grand, it's real good value. So we need to get them done, get them prepped, get them back, get them advertised and get them sold.
Let's get them sold.
Let's go.
We've got the main man Paul on the job on this Evoque. We call him the magician because he makes the scratches disappear. What's the plan with this one, Paul?
Well, so basically, as you know, this scratch was touched in
very
badly, and it's so minimal. So we've finished the touch up out, and what I'm going to do is just flat and polish that scratch to improve it without having to touch it in.
Let's have a look. So basically what Paul's saying is that someone's attacked that with a touch up when they probably didn't really need to, because the scratch underneath it is so fine. Let's see what he can do. So what's that, Paul, like 1500 wet and dry?
Yeah, this is a very fine flatting paper, 1500, which is just to remove a bit of lacquer. I'm not saying this is going to come completely out, but it's better than having a nasty touch-up in there, which looks horrible.
Yeah. So at that stage...
So at this stage now...
It looks horrible.
Yeah. So what we're doing now is we get some G3 cutting compound, which is there.
Yeah.
Put some on there.
Super fast compound, and he is super fast, old Paul.
And then you get your polisher. And basically this cuts it back, the matte looking area, and makes it shiny. And hopefully you'll be left with very little scratch left in the panel.
Good for the hand action as well, Paul, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plenty of practice.
That's it, yeah.
So, how much better is that?
Maybe another little bit going over there, just to remove them flatting marks.
Get the mop back on it, just to remove that tiny little bit. He has it on a real slow setting. When I've tried mopping, there is an art to this. Paul makes it look easy, but there certainly is an art to it. Because I've tried it myself and I'll probably have it on too fast a setting, make a right hash of it. But look at that, when you compare that scratch before, someone had bodged it right up. There you go.
There is a tiny little bit there, but
we can live with that, Paul. That is a million times better. Boom, and the dirt is gone.
Even with a bit of colour polish on it, that'll be good enough.
So that's the two Evoques back. This one has just had a full valet on it. Liam's hiding in the boot somewhere, but let's show you what you get for 100 quid. Was it money well spent, mate?
Mate, I'm just admiring how clean this boot is. You could eat your dinner off that. Do you remember how bad that was?
That was bad, and it's a shame that we haven't got smell-o-vision, because yesterday that smelled like dog shit, and now it smells like vanilla.
It does smell gorgeous, it looks lovely.
They have got every single dog's hair out of that.
I can't believe it, to be honest with you.
It looks like they've sprayed the carpet, but we can assure you they haven't, but it does look absolutely mint.
So what we'll do is we'll have a real quick look inside, just show you how clean it has come up. £100 definitely well spent. A full valet does go a long way on a car that looks like it's had its fair share of
usage, that's for sure.
Definitely.
Do you remember all in here, all the mud? And look at that now, that looks mint. They've done the wheels, they've done the tyre shine.
I'm really pleased.
Looks lovely.
In the front as well. Look at that.
Memory seats. So is this a top spec one, Liam?
Yeah, it's top spec this one, mate. So I can imagine it's going to be popular. As soon as we get those photos listed online and get this advertised on Auto Trader, I've got a feeling that the phone's going to go off the hook.
Yeah, they're going to sell, mate. They are definitely good value, and now it looks as clean as that. Let's get it pictured, let's get it on there, let's get it advertised. So the blue one, we've had an oil change done on this today. So this one didn't need a full valet, it was pretty clean. We are probably going to give it a hand polish because Paul's mopped down the side, so there is some little traces of compound on it. But mate, really clean.
Transformation on this is absolutely amazing. If you remember, the bush rash down the side was, I didn't think it was going to be able to look like this at the end of it, to be honest. It's come up so well, and if you remember, Paul has done an absolutely amazing job because the previous owner had touched up a line here, but I can't even find the line.
No, that is good, mate.
It looks absolutely amazing.
Once I crack the whip and get you on the hand polish tomorrow, that is going to look brand new.
I'm not up for that, mate, I'll be honest with you.
And what about inside this one? So we just done a light valet on this ourselves inside.
Yep.
It was just generally a quick hoover, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, it was on this one. It was really clean inside. And all we've got to do now is make sure that we get it clean on the outside. So a £20 valet, and then we can get on and advertise it on Auto Trader. Same again with this one. I can't see it sticking around for too long. So happy days, let's crack on.
So that's the end of today's video on our two auction by Range Rover Evoques. Now is the time to buy one of these. They represent excellent value. So get yourselves out and buy one, or even better, head over to kentcargroup.co.uk and buy one of these.
Thanks for watching today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think of our two new Range Rover Evoques that we got in stock. Plenty more content coming your way. If you did like, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon.